Hey, what's up guys? I wanted to do a quick setup video on how to monitor your video games with a 4K monitor but stream to a separate computer using OBS at a different signal. And I found a pretty cool workflow and I want to share that with you. So just to explain, on my left, that computer is my streaming computer. The one on the right is my gaming computer. It's a i7 7700 chip with a 1080 graphics card. So I'm newer to PC gaming, started about 2 years ago, and we started with a basic computer and slowly worked our way up. So it's pretty cool. But anyway, I wanted to take advantage of the 1080 graphics card and see if I can get a consistent frame rate, 60 frames per second, 4K, on a monitor, and use my PS4 with my monitor. So I just have a basic 4K Samsung monitor. It's nothing fancy, 60 frames. I think it's 60 hertz, so which means, I can only get 60 frames per second, which I have found that's really cool. So how does this work? How am I able to monitor 4K and then we stream at a normal resolution with this streaming computer? So here we go. So to monitor out of your main gaming computer, which is this one, I run DisplayPort out of this computer into my 4K monitor, okay? And then what I'm doing is running HDMI out of the 1080, out of this, into this switch. It's a HDMI 4K switch I bought off of Amazon. So in my switcher, I have HDMI input off of my computer, and I have my PS4 Pro. Okay, and in the display settings on my gaming computer, you just set your displays to basically duplicate what's coming out. Okay, for this particular one, for this workflow to work. Okay, so and then my switch is connected, excuse me, to a Magewell HDMI Plus. Ignore the mess. This is a horrible mess. I'm sorry. So anyway, my switch is connected to the input of this. This connects USB 3 to the streaming PC. And then I run through the Magewell HDMI Plus to my 4K monitor HDMI input. In this case, it's a Samsung, so you need to go to HDMI 2 to get 60 frames per second. With that, of course, with the PS4 Pro, we're not going to get that, but that's beside the point. Maybe on some games. So that's it. That's how I'm doing it. So there we go. And with this with my capture card being connected to my streaming computer, the Magewell capture card will downsize the image from 4K. It downsizes the signal from 4K to 1080p, or OBS will output at 720p, whatever. So, but it works well. I've tested it, so it's pretty cool. So I'm able to monitor my game in 4K, and most games, pretty much every game, with a few settings tweaks, very little settings tweaks, I can run it at 60 frames per second on my PC with this particular setup. But I also like to game on my PS4, so I can at least monitor in 4K, and then I'm streaming off of this computer, and the Magewell allows you to downsize the signal. So if you guys have any questions, but leave a comment. But if you're wanting to monitor in 4K and still stream, I highly advise you just to buy another computer to use just for streaming, okay? And it doesn't have to be a beast. This one's actually a pretty affordable system. I bought it brand new at Best Buy. I think it's a Ryzen chip with a 580 graphics card, and it's actually a pretty solid gaming machine itself. But I know I may have overbought for the streaming usage, but it does help to have a pretty strong processor to stream with. So, but the magic sauce really is this Magewell HDMI Plus. It's driverless, so you don't have to worry about any extra software. You don't have to worry about anything. You just plug it in and it works well. Plugs in USB 3. Again, if you guys have any questions about how to monitor 4K but stream normally, this is the way to do it. And I'll include all the stuff, all the links for the Amazon gear that I bought in the comment section. All right, you guys have a good one. God bless.